So there's a lot of buzz going on right now, and a lot of Tekken fans are mad at the fact that Christie did not return, but yet Eddy did. This is my thing. Why would it matter? They literally do the same exact moves. And if you're mad at the fact that Christie did not return because Eddy returned, you're not a true Eddy fan, nor a Christie fan. Let me break it down. The only reason why you guys want Christie to return in Tekken 8 is because she's a woman. And I mean, she's a great looking woman. Don't get me wrong, I simp over Christie all the time, so I don't blame you. But what I do blame you for is your IQ of selection. Because obviously, if you are a Eddy Gordo or a Christie fan, you wouldn't mind either or of those characters returning in Tekken 8. The real Eddy Gordo fans, the real Christie fans, they're like, man, we just want either or. We just need one Capital Order character to be in Tekken 8 and we'll be satisfied. And we just got that in the opening theme trailer. Like, it was pure amazement. So let's talk about the storyline. How could Christie Montero be a part of the Tekken 8 storyline? What, she's going to be trying to find Eddy again? Now, I'm not saying that they couldn't do anything different. I'm not saying that they couldn't do it, but we have to be realistic. Because Eddy Gordo knows that Kazuya had killed his father, it makes more sense to put Eddy Gordo in a storyline like this. Do you guys not see the trailer? I mean, these guys were having a Mortal Kombat Armageddon type war happening out there. Like, literally, it looked like the opening for Mortal Kombat Armageddon. You had Paul and Law fighting each other. How? So why would Christie be a part of that kind of war? Like, what, to find Eddy? This girl has been trying to find Eddy since Tekken 4, bro. Like, look at her ending. She's been trying to find Eddy ever since. Anything and everything that you see with Christie either has something to do with her grandfather or it has something to do with her chasing Eddy Gordo around. Eddy Gordo's on a mission to try to stop Kazuya, bruh. And I wouldn't be surprised if Eddy Gordo is a part of Operation Lightning, which is the group of Lars and Jin together. And possibly how wrong. I didn't see any of the new story thingy that's happening. Please do not, I beg you, do not spoil it for me because I'm trying to find out what's going on during the gameplay. Okay? But anyway, Christie, like, her storyline is kind of trash, right? So it's like, what can she do? What can she do, bro? Tekken 8 is all about seriousness right now. They're not playing any games with these characters. We're talking about a Tekken game where Yoshimitsu has a demon sword. And again, Law is fighting Paul. How? So Eddy Gordo has to be the serious Capital Order fighter to be in Tekken 8. This dude, Eddy Gordo, was fighting Nina Williams. And it's funny because Nina Williams and Eddy Gordo used to be partners at the Mishima Zaibatsu. And we all know that Nina Williams is now part of Kazuya. She's a part of the G Corporation. So that's what spikes the interest of why Eddy Gordo has come back into Tekken 8. Storyline based. Any base. I'm just glad that he's back. But storyline based, it does make more sense. So, you know, the thing about Tekken fans is that they're never satisfied. They're never satisfied. And how can you hate on Eddy so much to the point that you like Christie? I figured if you hate Eddy so much, you should have that same energy for Christie because, like I said, the only difference between Eddy and Christie is a male and a female. That's the only difference. That's literally the only difference. So it's like, I don't understand the hype about people hating on Eddy Gordo, but then they like Christie. That's so sexist. Like, that's the weirdest thing. Like, people would talk so much trash about Eddy. Like, people were so happy that Eddy Gordo was not in the main base roster. But I kept telling people, just wait. He's going to be a DLC character. Just wait. They were laughing. They're like, oh, no, Eddy's not going to be a DLC character. But it's funny how they said that, and then they're all like, well, we rather have Christie be a DLC character than Eddy. Why do y'all hate Eddy so much? I don't understand. Like, is it because you guys just don't know how to beat him? And it's always the lower ranked guys that get mad about Eddy players because you guys don't take y'all's time out the day to go to the practice mode that's literally for free and learn how to go against Eddy. Like, there's just no excuses at all. That's your fault for not putting enough time to understand how to defeat a certain character that's getting under your skin. You need to go into that practice mode and learn certain movements, learn certain punishments, learn certain with punishers and counterattacks on how to stop Eddy Gordo with your main character. Like, you can't blame Harada. You can't blame Eddy Gordo himself. He's a created character. You can only blame yourself at the end of the day because you're not taking that time out the day to go into the gym and learn how to become better with that player so that way you're ready to go against Eddy the next time. That's the problem with this generation. That's the problem with a lot of Tekken fans. A lot of you Tekken fans are soft. Like, I'm going to just be real with you. A lot of you Tekken fans are soft. And you Christie lovers, and I love Christie too, but you guys are false Christie lovers. I'm going to just say it like that. You false Christie lovers come out here and start roasting Eddy's hair, talking about how he looks like Killmonger from the Black Panthers, whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. You guys are talking about how he looks chunky or how Eddy Gordo's skin tone is too light or how Eddy Gordo doesn't look black or how Eddy Gordo does this. And then you guys want to compare Eddy Gordo to Leroy because he's black, saying, oh, Leroy's cooler than Eddy Gordo anyway. Who asked for Leroy? Like, that one guy, I don't know who commented that in a video that I saw. Like, dude, why are you even comparing Leroy to Eddy? Like, that's a lot of things. Like, all the whole racism that's happening. Like, bro, like, this is big real about Eddy Gordo's skin tone. Eddie Gordo has always been light skin. Like, the darkest skin he probably ever had was in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Like, let's just be real. It was probably Tekken Tag Tournament 2. But my thing is that why does it matter? Yes, Eddy Gordo is an Afro-Brazilian. Like, Brazilian people are black. You know, they're always trying to say, oh, Harada's always trying to lighten up skin tone. Dude, Eddy Gordo's skin color looks the same as it was like in Tekken 3. If you want to be real. Eddy Gordo's skin tone looks exactly like his skin tone in Tekken 3 as it does for Tekken 8. Like, I just don't understand why we still have conversations like this, you guys. Like, if you're just say that you're an Eddy hater, okay? At the end of the day, just say that you're an Eddy hater and you only love Christie because she's a woman. Let's just be real. Just say that, and then we'll be fine, okay? I'm sorry, Eddy haters. In fact, I'm not apologetic for this. Oh, well, deal with it. Eddy's back in Tekken 8, and me and all the other rest of the Eddy Gordo fan base is going to be celebrating. We're going to be ha 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 in your face and saying, yeah, there's nothing that you guys can do about it now. So don't get mad that our main character is back in Tekken 8, but your character is not. Or your character is probably back in Tekken 8 already, so kudos to you. That's awesome. But we're going to go back into the drawing board once Tekken 8 comes out, and we're going to see exactly how Eddy Gordo plays differently in Tekken 8. So don't get mad at us. Get mad at yourself. Get mad at Harada. Get mad at everybody else at the Bandai Namco studio for making Eddy Gordo return. If it wasn't for Eddy Gordo, Tekken wouldn't be where it's at right now. So you guys can thank Eddy Gordo later on. You guys have a good one. It's your boy Shredder Sensei. Peace out.